Hello, Mikel.
Hi.
Can I just ask you about, you stressed the importance of the mentality of the group so much this season. Have you seen that sort of that strength of belief this week after a couple of setbacks, just in training around the place, the determination to put it right, to get back on track?
Yeah, I see a sense of revenge and that determination to get it even better, and that is not enough, you know, and you have to tweak it, and we have to demand each other more and more, and we have to be perfectionists, but at the same time we have to play with that flow. We are really good when we play with that energy and flow, and don't be thinking about the results. That's the last thing I think we have to do.
And that anger and hunger sort of thing sort of brings it out. You expect to see that tomorrow night from what you've seen in training?
Yeah, if anything this week I have to stop them because they want it more and more, and let's leave it for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day that we have to show it.
Mikel, Arsene Wenger was speaking this week about how when he was in charge here, he had it in his contract that the owners weren't ever allowed into the dressing room or to interfere at all. I wonder what your view is on that, of people coming into the dressing room and involvement from the ownership.
I don't have that in my contract. They have been, probably Arsene had the reasons to do that. It's nothing that is in my contract about that.
But in general, your view on dressing room being a sacred place, or people coming
with
in?
the ownership that we have, with the board directors that we have, they've been welcome after the games to be around it, and they've been exceptional all the time, and if anything they've been helpful and supportive, especially in difficult moments.
Well, can I ask you, I mean, in the last two games, you feel maybe the players have subconsciously switched off a bit because they're thinking about the future? I mean, they've got the game almost under control, 2-0 up, and they've almost switched off a bit, saving for future games.
For future games, I don't know whether they were subconsciously playing around the result at certain stages. Yes, but then it becomes really individual. You talk to them and you get very different answers. Unfortunately, what happens in that brain is very difficult to absorb and get the right answer. But we know what we lacked in that game, and the reason for it. Some of the reasons, because we had as well in the chance to win the game in 2 or 3 situations clearly, and we didn't. So at the end, something lacked, and that's why we drew the game.
Are you sort of a bit worried about the defending in the colours, because the goals you've given away have been quite soft goals recently?
Well, especially the last 2 goals that we gave away, yeah, very unhappy with that, and it's something that we have to do much better to win games.
Is that anything to do with the absentees, or is that just players, individuals switching on?
I think we have to, regardless who plays, we have to defend those situations much better.
Dan?
Hi, Mikel.
Hi.
Just picking up what John was saying, you said about the atmosphere of revenge, and you've had to stop your players. Can you just give us some idea of what it is they're doing that's making you think that, and some examples?
Well, the way they talk, the way they communicated in the meetings that we had and the discussions that we have to understand how we move forward after that was all the right answers, you know. They were very clear on what we want, how we want to do it, and what is taking us all the way here. And that's what we have to continue to.
I'm sure you've seen a video that's done the rounds this week of players signing a shirt for the mascot that has drawn a lot of criticism. I just wondered I know the club say is part of a long day with the mascot, but I just wondered what you make of the criticism that the players have received, and are you bothered by the perception that your players...
Yeah, true thing. First of all, it comes from Arsenal TV, you know, and when you speak about connection and what we have built with our supporters is for what we do every single day. You spoke to the parents and the day that they had, and they had the most amazing day. So you just seen a fragment of a picture. What happened before that, afterwards, nobody saw that, and I think it's just it's not fair.
Do you mind how your players are perceived in public?
I don't think they are perceived like that at all.
Nick?
Hi, Mikel. Just following up on Art's question about Emile Smith Rowe. Some players, when they're not playing, get some minutes, they want need more of a sort of arm around the shoulder than others, don't they? What kind of character is he? Does he need that sort of explanation if he's not getting the minutes?
I think what he needs, like any player, he needs clarity. He needs to feel loved. He needs to feel that understand where he is and where he wants to be and what he needs to do together, and he's in the right path. The thing is that there is a lot of competition now in the team, and he needs as well the right moment and the right timing in the game to get the opportunity, and then he needs to take it.
Do you feel frustrated currently?
He's in a good place.
Has he been to see you? To
Sorry?
talk about
I've been to see him.
Sorry?
I've been to see him.
You've been to see him?
Yeah.
And explained why he's not had the minutes? Or
Talk about life and talk about and part of his life is what he does here every single day, but he knows he's in a really good place.
Gary, last one.
Mikel, you said just now that you recognised some things on Sunday that have gone wrong. Can you just tell us perhaps what they are?
I told you already what you have to know.
Sorry?
That I already told you what you have to know.
Other things as well. Obviously, when you were at City, you were always you were often the hunter. You know, people looked at you and worried about you. Now you're in a slightly different position. You're the one that's been hunted. How does it feel different to be on the sort of the other side of the boot?
I don't know. We are not looking behind our shoulders. Again, is what we do is look forward, look in our lane, and what can we do. And at the end of the day, after 7 games, you're gonna have to have